go to the Junction Mall now, and it is all about the Joy Prime Made in Ghana Fair. It was opened in Accra today at the Junction Mall in Nungwa, and my colleague, she's now Deputy Channel Manager of Joy Prime, Gladys Osei Boredu. She's standing by for us. Hello, Gladys. Gladys, tell us what's happening there now.
Alright, so it's Joy Prime here at the Junction Mall, the Made in Ghana Fair. The Made in Ghana Fair. You can see in my background that the stalls are already operating. People are shopping, and well, before I even tell you about anything, I am so excited about what I am already rocking. So I'm rocking this beautiful necklace. It's a Ghanaian necklace, obviously, and of course it is by the a Ghanaian designer, fashion designer, who has actually set up and is waiting for all people who are interested in purchasing something from them. So that's by Wear Africa. They do training, and of course my beautiful jacket is by Sarah Saki. Gifty, we had the opening, and trust me, the exhibitors themselves are so happy with the turnout of people who are coming. They're not just coming to watch, but they're actually shopping.
Great.
And so the response is very good. Our sponsors are very happy, and that is joy for us also, who as organizers. Earlier on, we had the cultural display also take their turn, and now it's all about shopping and tapping into ideas,
right,
and whatever you can find in the environment to take advantage of. That is what is happening here. But this is just day one. As I said earlier on your platform, we have a lot outlined for our patrons and of course our viewers who may not be able to come here, but I actually would encourage everybody to come here and be part. So Gifty, day one has been very successful. Both organizers, exhibitors and sponsors are very happy about how things have turned out to be. I wish I could get one of our sponsors to talk to.
Let's talk a bit about pricing. You've shown us this beautiful necklace that you have on and the jacket that you have on. Two things I want you to tell us. Tell us about the prices of those things and the general range, you know,
okay,
so that if people
if you
are
don't
home
mind,
and
let
they
me
want
just
to
quickly
come.
grab one exhibitor here to hear it from her own self, so that you know I am not just telling you, but it is what is happening on ground. So this is Wear Africa. Wear Africa, what you're wearing is beautiful. Thank you for mine as well. So how much would something like this go for?
Oh, this is 150. Just 150.
Is that what you sell out, or is because you're here? Has it been increased or it's been reduced?
Just that. I don't increase it. It's just the same price.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is one typical example. She did not take advantage of the fact that she has traveled the way to come and hire a store here to sell. So she must adjust her pricing. It's the same thing.
Right.
If you find her in her shop outside wherever, it's the same price she will sell at. And that is basically what is happening.
Okay,
we have some
who
have actually
tell us also
discounted
about
their pricing also.
We know there are different things on sale right now. There are dresses, there's food, you said there is, I mean, everything that you probably need in a day. But what are the people who are coming out today looking at? What are some of the things that their patrons are grabbing, you know, quickly on sale?
Okay, so generally the atmosphere has this notion that Joy Prime, you've done well, this is a good concert, but once a year is not enough. We wish it could be more than once a year to have access to all the things gathered on one platform, and the pricing is amazing. So earlier I saw a family carting away a variety of items they had purchased from here, and I actually was curious, so I asked them, did you actually bring money to shop? And they said, no, this is impulse buying, but trust us, it is worth it, because the pricing is so good. We just didn't want to go and come back and we'll miss out on it. So I mean, that was why they picked up all the things they thought they would need, and they were happy. So for talking to the people, I think they're also very happy about what they have met here today.
Well, I don't know if you'll be able to speak to any more exhibitors so we can find out what their thoughts are, and then we can wrap up with you on that, Gladys.
Yes, sure. They are all very itchy to talk. So let me quickly go to Island Tablet, who is also a sponsor, to find out how they themselves have felt about the fair. And what I'm sure Island is always running promotions when they're excited. So let me find out from Island Tablet. I've been joined here by a rep from Island Tablet. Hello, sir. What's your name?
My name is Kevin Bafo.
Okay, Kelvin. So tell us, Island Tablet, why are you here? And are you happy?
Yes, we're excited. We always have been part of Multimedia's events. Just a month ago, we were part of the Back to School Fair. It was fantastic. So, yeah, we're excited being here, and we're sure we're going to meet a lot of parents and talk to them as well.
Island is very noted for running promotions. Are you running any such here?
Yes, we're giving amazing discounts to all patrons who will get the tablet here. This is one of our tablets. If you get this from here, we're giving about 10% discount if you get it from here. And I think some patrons are also going to win a free tablet when they come over.
Oh, wow. What would they have to do to win those free tablets?
In partnership with Multimedia, we're doing some giveaways. So I'm sure they have to answer some questions or go into a promo, maybe a lucky dip, and then they'll get one tablet for free.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Kelvin. Gifty, if you want me to talk to more exhibitors,
One more will be
can
fine.
I go ahead and just talk to another one?
One more will be fine, Gladys.
Okay, right. So, all right, let me quickly run to the side of town where the exhibition is happening. Don't mind my climbing. So, I have come to Addis Collection. They are also into clothing. And they, hello, Addis Collection. Oh no, they're not ready to talk. They're running away. So let me come to this Reader's Haven. I mean, we are also encouraging reading. Reading should be a good habit for every Ghanaian. That is the only way we would also get more creative and get our knowledge expanded. And so, Reader's Haven. Who am I talking to? Okay, hello. Yes. So, so far, what are patrons saying? Those who come in here, what are they saying?
Oh, they said how do I even put it? How we package our thing, arrange them. They are looking nice, and they are also saying they'll be here tomorrow to buy it. But as now, the patronage is okay. It's okay.
All right, so patronage is very good, Gifty, and that is what Reader's Haven is saying. I also have Haptel. Haptel has also been very, very excited today, and he's just joined me. Let me find out from him quickly how the whole outlook has been like for him. Hello, good afternoon. Your name?
My name is David Coleman.
Okay, David, you're live on Joy News on Multi-TV. So how has the day been so far for you for Haptel?
It's been a really good day. We've been able to sign up, I think, almost half of the vendors that are here. So for us, it's been wonderful. We've gotten to talk to them. Some of them have already started doing some transactions. Yeah, we're very happy. And it's fun to be here and support, Ghana-made goods. And yeah, we're looking forward to signing up the rest of the people here, actually. Okay. So yeah, we're working hard.
Haptel, what are you about?
Well, what we're doing is we are signing up people to help them to accept mobile money from all the networks. So right now, if you want to accept mobile money from any of the networks, you have to get a special number for each and every one of them. And what we offer is just one simple number that allows you to take mobile money from all the networks, and it goes into one account. You have complete control over it. You can move it into your bank account or into your another mobile money account if you want to. So it's a really simple way for people to serve, for companies to serve their customers, right? Yeah. So that's what we basically do. That's one of the main products that we have. But we have a lot of other products. We do bulk SMS. So there's a lot of things that you can do on our platform, really.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Gifty. Let me just talk to one more patron. It's a family who are buying.
Well, let's make that brief.
Hello. Good afternoon. Let me be a bit inquisitive. Would you mind talking to me? We are live on Joy News. Oh, mommy talk. You're not talking. just something from you. What do you think of this whole fair? You're not talking to me.
Okay, right.
I just got here and then I saw the fair going on. I don't know.
Okay, so she just got here and she saw the fair going on and she's already excited. They are shopping. Okay, Gifty, thank you so very much for hosting us on Joy News.
All right, Gladys, thank you very much. I'm looking forward to those shirts, by the way, what we spoke about. Okay, you better do that and get that done quick. If you are home, you just want to make your way there to the Junction Mall. Junction Mall is not so far away from Lashibi. If you're living in those enclaves, Lashibi, Spintex, Tema. If you're in Accra, today the streets are free. There's no traffic. You can make your way there as well. Go have some fun. Look around. Look at some of the dresses, some of the books, iPads, etc. for your kids, actually. So do make a date with us. Well, let's come back to business here on The Pulse. Yesterday, we brought you a special interview with the Dean of the Center for International Studies at UPSA, Professor Goski Alabi. Well, that interview, we had to truncate it at some point so we could put in sports on The Pulse yesterday. Well, today, we're bringing you the rest of that particular interview where she speaks about her book, Managing for Excellence in the 21st Century. Don't think it's too bourgeois. It is really very basic about what you can do with the little things that you have to make your life better and to make others' lives better as well.
When Africa is the second biggest continent, blessed with abundant resources like gold and oil and other mineral resources, yet we remain the poorest
So the
continent.
summary of this book is that it's going to change this narrative? But
Absolutely.
But
The how is how we begin to realize the potential in us and understand that the true meaning of life is the extent to which we add value to other people's life. Is the extent to which we can add value to the resources we have. If we continue to export commodities and to export things in their raw form, we aren't going to go anywhere.
Okay.
Right.
Speaking of which, I'm going to ask you to give us practical examples of how these forces are manifested in governance in our country.
Absolutely.
Now, you speak about the dependency syndrome, which is something that you come across a lot as a development student. I've come across the dependency syndrome a lot. And you get all the reasons why you can't live in isolation, why you may have to depend on somebody else. Ignorance. You also speak about the blame game.
Yeah.
How, for you, what are the practical examples of the manifestation of these forces in governance in this country?
So when you take, for example, ignorance, you know, a typical example, when we found oil in this country, I remember there was a news item that was carried that they needed welders, people who weld, you know, welding, to work in the oil industry. And we didn't have competent people who could work there. So the question is, what kind of skills and competencies are we developing strategically to address the needs of our people? We cry about the fact that there is unemployment, and yet, even when there is employment, we don't seem to have sometimes the skills and the competencies to take it up. It's ignorance. And I cite in this book a quotation, a biblical quotation from Galatians, and it says that when the hair, continue to remain a child, there is no difference between the hair and a slave. Okay. So you can be a prince,
but you're a child.
But you're a child.
So you cannot.
So long as you're a child, you are just like a slave.
Okay.
You know why? Because the child cannot do anything for itself. It has to depend on other people.
Right.
Because it doesn't know what to do.
What to do. It has to be directed. He has to be directed.
She has to be directed.
Right. Well, just so you know, Professor Goski Alabi is also a pastor. She's an ordained pastor. And we'll talk about that as well.
When the axe is dull, you need extra strength.
Okay.
To cut things down,
so
because the axe is dull. And that's ignorance.
Okay.
There is a distinction. First of all, let me talk about the blame game before I talk about overdependence.
Okay.
In the blame game, that syndrome starts right from the household level.
Okay.
We have a lot of people in our context, in our culture, who sit down and blame the auntie, the uncle who is rich and is not helping them. They're blaming the father or the mother-in-law for their plight, because consciously we think that we don't have the power within us to change ourselves, to change our situation, to change our condition.
Right.
We believe that who we are and what we are controlled by external forces. And that is what we call in leadership authoritarianism. Now, authoritarianism is the extent to which people want to be ruled. They want to be led. They want to be told what to do because they think that they are helpless.
Is it because they think they're helpless or because they're actually looking for someone else to blame in case it doesn't work?
It's both. It is because they think they are helpless and that they cannot do anything, but somebody else has that responsibility.
Okay.
So when they fail, they look for people to blame. And that is why we, as a people, for example, of Ghana, as a people of Africa, we have missed the very meaning of leadership. And that's why we are always blaming our leaders without asking ourselves where we actually got it wrong or how we contributed to our plight.
But the leadership, we put them there. So if we're not happy with what they're doing, if we have problems, the reason why we put them there was for them to solve our problems for us.
Okay, so there is a difference between the leaders and the leadership. The difference is that leadership is not what leaders alone do. Leadership is what the leaders and the people do together to bring about the necessary changes that are required.
Okay, we need to, because of our time, let's look at the dependency syndrome and its manifestation in our governance.
Okay.
As you've given us the others.
Of course. We have gone for, how do we call that one? A bond of how much? Billions. And what we have done by that bond already right now is that we have committed our future into the hands of some other people. Are you getting my point of view? So if we are not able to get ourselves out of this canker, we are going to continue committing future generations into servitude because we don't know how to use the resources we have right now to create the value for ourselves as a people. Let me give you a very simple example. I was in Brussels, and I have this in the book. I was in Brussels with a group of professors, and then some of us, we've seen the Grand Plazas for the first time, and we were admiring it and looking at the dates, you know, imprinted on it. Then one professor said, hey, guys, do you not know that it was our forefathers who were hauled from Africa to come create these cities you're admiring right now? Look at all this gold. And people joined him. I said, bravo. I have 3 questions for you. Number 1, what were our forefathers doing with the gold, with the oil, with the diamonds and all other resources before the colonial masters arrived? Good. When they took the people who built the cities away in slavery, what did the rest of the people who now knew that there was something like that do? No problem. What are we, you and I, doing right now to change our situation? Basically nothing. Okay. We continue to do the same things the same way, expecting to have different results. It never works.
Okay.
And Einstein calls that insanity.
Okay. Well, you can expect some Einstein there when you're talking to academics, won't you? Okay. I don't know, but I'm not. We don't have a lot of time. Otherwise, I would have. I had a question about why is it so difficult and technically complex for people, you know, everyday people to understand the language of academics like yourself. Sometimes the language, you know, you have a message.
We speak.
Yeah, you have a message,
we speak.
but it's so complex. It's so academically.
I mean, that is what, because, you know, the interesting part of it is that when you don't speak the academic language, you know, some people will sit there and say, so professor, so sometimes you have to embellish it.
So it's just for reasons.
You know what I'm talking about.
But when you do that, then the message will probably not get to the people that you're seeking to change.
People would understand. They surely will.
Okay.
You know, because Africans are very intelligent.
Okay.
And that is why we have a lot of proverbs.